We'll always work, we never pre-cut the webbing. We always work from the roll. The reason we do that is because we use the webbing stretcher from the roll, and it saves webbing. The stretch from the roll, if you pre-cut it, you end up wasting about a yard for a simple seat like this, okay? You'll see that more in a minute. So what I want
And
you
that's
to do.
really necessary to
Yes,
keep
it
it,
is.
to keep it taut.
Yeah.
So you
This-
can't work it without this. This is
Yeah.
a must have.
There's a way of doing it, there's a hack, but it doesn't do as good a job as this.
Is what?
There's a hack without the gooseneck stretcher, there's a hack. I might as well tell you what the hack is. The hack is you get one side down and then you stretch with a pair of pliers, but you really have to stretch hard.
Okay.
And then tack at each stretch of the pliers. Whereas when you use this, the whole thing's stretched and then you can tack. Does that make sense? When you web something like this, you're working from the front. And what I want to do is, I want to measure to see how many it will take from the back rail, how many widths of webbing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to count 1, 2, it will just take 4. So in that case, you don't want to start in the middle. You want to just kind of let this kind of fold also. This is important because you can't take straight folds on this. So this is what I want you to do. I'm going to take it. I want you, so the front's going to be spread out more than the back too. Okay, but I want you to, if you want to take your chalk that you have in your little toolbox and chalk this out too, chalk the edges. Okay, Betty, so what I want you to do is you pin tack, 3 tacks here. Pin tack, remember, pin tack's only a halfway in tack. So what you're going to do, you're going to pin tack, you're going to take this, you can kind of be a little stingy back here because you only need a little bit, you only need an inch fold, but this happens to be, I'm going to make it easy for you.
Am I gonna tack it before I pull it with this?
Yes, pin tacking is going to be your best friend in this class, you guys.
Before I use the,
Yeah, this is a technique for beginners especially.
Okay.
We're lining it up. You might want to measure this out. Okay, but look, the reason you're pin tacking is this. Watch what happens back here. This gets folded. And see the fold here, you guys? There's no forgiveness in this webbing. It's a very, very rich, thick material. So you have to make sure that you get this folded properly like that, and then that gets, you can pin tack this back. After you do this, the back here, pin tack if you're satisfied with it. And then if you think that looks good, well, call me at that point and I'll look at it. I might just say, tack them all the way down. Another thing, okay, you're gonna have to come back here with your tack work, because I'm not sure, you're not gonna be able to get in here. It's another thing you have to remember, you guys, when you hit back rails like this with your pin tacking, she has to come back here and angle the tack at about a 20-degree angle, like that, because you're gonna have to follow through on that. Okay, so if your tacks are straight up, you're not gonna be able to follow through on the tack. Does that make sense? So the question was, why do you fold the webbing? You fold the webbing because it's stronger that way.
But up rather than under.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, okay.
So when she stretches this,
this is also gonna get folded, right?
eventually,
Yeah.
first you have to tack it first, cut it at each back, and then fold it. So typically, I mean, you're jumping ahead a little bit because you haven't even
Yeah.
done the part that I asked, but we're here now. So eventually what's gonna happen is you're gonna dress this up, we call it dressing up the webbing with 9 tacks. All will be 9 tacks. So the back you can dress up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 staggered in the front. When you stretch it to the front, you do 1, 2, 3, 4, cut it an inch away, fold it back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's always 9 tacks. That's the good coverage. And you always want to keep away from the edge. Everyone wants to neaten it up. See where I am back here? I want to keep that edge open. We might do our burlap or something else. So a lot of times people think it looks neat to do that. But keep in mind, you have other layers coming after that.